Get in, lads. We're here. We're re-recording episode 15 because we recorded episode 15 last week, and I didn't post it. I forgot to post it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed. I didn't post it, but I also wasn't that was a very much a filler episode, and we don't settle for the bare minimum here. We want every episode to be a life-changing one. We don't anymore.
Oh,
yeah, we don't anymore. We don't settle for the bare minimum.
Episode never going to be released.
What did we talk about that one?
It was like mid-preseason. We had nothing to talk about. This was like pre-summer series, pre-Wrexham game.
I think we hyped up the Wrexham game a lot because we were going to be there. I think that was probably like 10 minutes worth of content. It was just talking about the Wrexham game.
And that was about it. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, we uploaded a matchday vlog last week of going to Wrexham versus Manchester United, which was so fun. We all had a really good time. We're trying to do more matchday vlogs. We're looking at potentially going into the game next Monday. Potential round of 16 LAFC versus, if they were to win, it'd be LAFC versus someone else. I haven't even brought this up to you guys. We don't even have to go to LAFC game because BMO still hosts, I think, the next round. There might be more games hosted at BMO, even if LAFC doesn't partake, because it's all being hosted by MLS clubs in the Leagues Cup. Speaking of Leagues Cup, we will get to that at some point during this episode. So if you want to hear more about the Leagues Cup, stick around. If you don't want to hear it in this episode, make sure to subscribe because we will upload that section later on during the week. So subscribe, you can turn notifications on so you can watch that one. But yeah, that's our intro. We're going to start with the Women's World Cup, specifically the U.S. Women's National Team. I did a Women's World Cup video the other day for the first time, which is the Philippines-New Zealand reaction, which they won. So great. They have since been demolished by Norway, and they're not out of the World Cup. But it was a great night. It was a great night. They lost 6-0 the next game, but it was a great night. I had so much fun. So we're gonna go to the U.S. Women's National Team, who officially finished in second in the group behind the Dutch ladies after drawing with Portugal in this past game. And we're just gonna say how we think about it. Diego with that side look means he doesn't know what we're talking about. But Andres and I do.
I know that they were bad.
I don't know about bad.
They were bad.
But it's definitely, I would like to say, not up to the U.S. Women's National Team standard in any way, shape, or form.
Well, you know me. I'm not a massive U.S. fan, even though I live here. So I'm gonna dog on them once again. I think they look pretty bad in both games, except the Vietnam game. I mean, it was unexpected.
Come on. We went back. We finally got that victory, bro. Let's go. That's a dumb in itself. Can we talk about that on its own?
All right. Yeah, it's tied 1-1, I guess. I don't know if it's really tied. I don't think it's tied at all. But
I think they have a couple lives.
I think they have a lot more wins over us on that one end. But in terms of soccer, the U.S. Women's did beat them. Expected, though, but wasn't a very convincing performance because I think it only finished, 2-0? 3-0? Someone please fact check me on that one. 3-0? It wasn't too convincing in the sense that it was such a lower quality side. And then we saw last night that, who was it? The Netherlands destroyed them 7-0 with ease, and they were just doing everything they wanted. And, and then their game against the Netherlands, it seemed like they deserved to lose that game, but they came out with a draw. They were able to find an equalizer late in the game. And then this third game against Portugal, very unlucky for the Portuguese women's national team, being denied by the post in the 92nd minute. I mean, very hard for them. I felt bad for the girl who hit it smacked against the post because I thought they were going to score, honestly. I saw it flick through and I thought they're going to score. But I feel like they're poor in the sense that teams got better and they weren't expecting that. If that makes sense. It's a compliment to them because they've been dominating the women's scene for a long time. And, there's a high standard now. Every single time they go out on the pitch, they expect to win by a large amount of goals or just win convincingly. But, they've had some struggles against decent sides, I would say. It's not the best sides so in this World Cup, but decent sides. But I think it's a testament to them about how they forced every other country to raise their levels in terms of quality and devote money into it. So I think it that's the positive aspect, is that they made the women's game better, in which there's a lot of teams that are doing very well at the moment and look better than the United States, in my opinion. But also, I just want to say something, because it's been bothering me this whole World Cup.
Don't ruin a good take.
I know.
No,
it
no,
was
no, no, no,
so
no, no, no.
good. That was so good.
It's the Nike commercials. It's not the players. It's the Nike commercials. It's like they're so arrogant. Like, I know the players have no say. They're literally just told, "Oh, film this for us," and then they're like, "Oh yeah, let's film this." But like, honest, they have no say in this. I know that. But like, it's so arrogant, and then to see them struggle the way they are, it's just karma. If I'm being completely honest, it just.
I mean, yeah,
it just it's karma. That's the only thing. Like, that's my annoyance, is seeing those commercials. I'm like, God, what are you doing? Like, you won't see that on a men's side, in the sense of, if that happened, the team's gonna take that internally. If that makes sense. Like, so for the West Ham against Lyon in the Europa League, the Lyon admins on the social media said that they don't see us as a strong opponent, and they see us going past us easily. Turns out we won, right? But the thing is that, like, it gives your opponents that extra feel, that motivation to prove that commercial, whoever's saying that wrong, and the fact that it's Nike, US Nike, saying that, fear Sophia Smith, fear these players. It creates that fire in those players, and it just didn't turn out well, because Sophia Smith kind of got neutralized in these past 2 games, except the first game. But I mean, it was Vietnam. But that's just my take on it. I think it's a compliment to the U.S. women's team for the quality that they're facing. It's now way better, but also they just got to play better, because they look everywhere. I mean, the substitutions were god awful yesterday. I mean, you bring on Megan Rapinoe, like, no offense, but like, she isn't as who she was, like, pace wise, it just wasn't happening,
right?
Because that right side was still very fast, and I think they should have probably left Sophia Smith on, personally, but that's just me. But yeah, I think the management made some questionable decisions, late substitutions, but you know what? I don't think they'll get out of the round of 16 personally, but
I think the in terms of the commercial, I think yes. Actually, no. I don't know if I agree with any part of it, but I see what you're saying. I just don't think it should be a men's versus women's thing, because it's not like Ronaldo or Messi have been in like Ronaldo's been in the commercial, and he hasn't won a trophy besides the Euros 2016. I just think it. I don't want to say it's poor marketing, because it is kind of like what I studied too. It's just like it's perfect marketing, in my opinion. I think the USA were the queens before this of the world, essentially, because I think they're 2-time defending World Cup champions.
He's cognitively analyzing the audience right here.
That's what I do. That's what I do. This is my dissertation right here for my PhD.
PhD in women's soccer.
I just kidding. I think they 100% have the right to be arrogant. 100%. Like, it's the same way that Argentina and or France could do it in the men's World Cup, in the men's football. If they were to lose, so be it. But they're on top of the world right now. They totally can do it, and it's not like they knew how the World Cup was going to turn out. They filmed this before the World Cup, months before, so it's not like they knew. And now they already filmed it. They got uploaded. In terms of the team as a whole, there was I don't remember who said it. One of the U.S. women's player. I forget who.
Carly Lloyd?
She also said, was it? I don't know. Was it Carly Lloyd? I don't think it was Carly Lloyd. But they said that they do notice how the rest of the world has gotten way better, and that it is better for the game. It is a bigger challenge. I mean, if one team is on top of the world for the whole lifespan of that sport, then there's an issue. Honestly, as an American fan, it does suck to see them lose, to see them not do as good, but it is great for the sport. I mean, this is exactly what you need. This is exactly what you need. You can't be having the same team win every year, because then it gets boring. You can have people expect it, sure, that's totally fine, but then once you have that little difference, then it's a little bit better. I personally would not be sad. I would not be sad if they lost, if they didn't go all the way. I don't think they're going to go all the way. I think they're going to pass around 16, but I don't think they're going to go all the way.
Well, apparently they play Sweden. Sweden's like very good.
So. Sweden's very good. I mean, it's not down to the players, because the players it's a mix of young and old, right? You have Alex Morgan, you have Megan Rapinoe. Megan Rapinoe should have already retired, in my opinion. She shouldn't be still playing on this team. Alex Morgan totally can, but you're trying to introduce this new generation of the U.S. women's national team. which is like totally fine and you should do it. But
she looked good last night,
with...
though. Alex Morgan.
Oh, Alex Morgan.
She was the most dangerous.
She's my favorite women's player. You know, Alex Morgan can stick around until the next World Cup.
She is my favorite player.
She...
like her playing style is phenomenal.
What position does she play, Diego?
Winger or striker?
We'll take that.
Anyways,
we'll take that.
She's my favorite player because she's from my city. Anyways.
Me too.
It's... Okay, no. Diego's not from my city.
No.
Anyways. It's totally fine to introduce a new core to an older side, but you can't pair that with a shitty manager. I mean, the manager's been thrown in this position. I mean, I forget the name of the former manager, but the former manager is legendary, right? One of the best women's managers of all time. She's gone. You bring this guy in, and he is throwing, bro. He is throwing this entire World Cup. It's amazing that they're still in that they made it past the group stage.
I feel bad for Portugal. Oh, I feel so bad.
I know. No one's really talking about it. Like, no one's really talking about the fact that the women's national team is like in shambles right now.
I mean, I feel like it's not like super highlighted because they're like, oh, they got through. If they didn't get through, it would be a different story.
Then it's a big thing.
Then they would be like talking. You would have those panels. We have Lexi Lawless talking all this talk that he always does. You know, we'd have all these Instagram accounts, TikTok, YouTube, all these commentators blowing up how they got us. Yeah, I mean, banging views. Hey, hate the game, don't hate the player. Yeah, I mean, but they got through. Now, if they go crashing out in the round of 16, like I think they will, and I think they'll probably lose 3-1 is my prediction against Sweden if they do play Sweden. But yeah, I think if they lose like by a lot or like, you know, get dominated, I feel like they'll get a lot of hate towards them. Rightfully so, but not directed towards the players because I feel like a lot of this goes down to management. But the players don't look great either in certain aspects of the game. They don't look like, you know, they're very threatening on the ball at all. Just keep doing the same thing over and over again. But that goes down to the manager sometimes. But, you know, I feel like they'll get hate at the end of the World Cup. No matter what the result is, I feel like there'll still be doubts because I don't think they'll win it. But no matter what the result is in terms of whatever round they go out in, I think they'll still get some hate, but towards the end right now, they're trying to stay positive and trying to have the American people behind them is what I think is going on at the moment in terms of why it's so silent.
Yeah, I think, unfortunately, they will get hate. I don't think they deserve hate because no one deserves hate in the sport, but I think they should and will get questions as how I'd phrase it. As they will be getting questioned a lot as to what happened because, I mean, the expectation every 4 years is to win it. Like they should. There's no other expectation besides winning it. And if you don't reach that, then it's pretty poor. Which, I mean, in almost any U.S. men's team any U.S. team in any sport is the same way. So except soccer for men's, but this is one of the sports where you should be winning every year. And if you don't win it every 4 years, you question it. We're stagnant. It's stagnant right now. Is how I would term it. Yeah. Everyone else, they're comfortable. Also, the USA is comfortable. We've been comfortable for 12, 16, 20 years now. Like, at least the past 2 World Cups, at least the past 8 years, we've been comfortable. There's been no need to improve anything because we haven't realized that everyone else has improved it. But now that once they have, like, you can't just sit there and not do anything about it. Right, you got to move forward, and they are, but it's coming way slower than they should be, in my opinion. That's all I'll say.
I think in the wise words of the bald man at Manchester United, always come to an end, and I think the U.S. era might be coming to an end. Just saying.
He's so little yet says so much.
He does. I completely agree with Diego. I mean, he's our philosopher. I mean, that was top class. Sitting in the shadows, waiting for his turn to speak, and then he drops that bomb right there.
True.
Master Uruguay vibes
J.
right
Robert
there.
Oppenheimer, right, man?
Master
what can I say? What can I say?
I mean, there's so many other, like, in teams, countries that could be on top of the fears. I mean, all of the Northern European teams are killing it this year. They've had good
Isn't
teams.
Japan like that?
England.
Japan's always been very good. England, unfortunately, is missing a bunch of key players, but they still are very good. Northern European teams, Norway, Netherlands, Sweden, like I said, they're very good. African teams, Nigeria, very solid. Jamaica's doing pretty solid.
Nigeria, the surprise team, by the way. They weren't expected to
Nigeria,
go through. And they went through on the last day.
The Philippines! The Philippines are making their stake here in the Women's World Cup, and I love it. And it's fantastic.
Okay, they won one game, bud. All right, calm down.
I'm just messing.
That's
But,
a good tip, though.
It is, right? I was wearing it before
Yeah.
Crash.
And then he changed to that disgusting kit and club.
Oh, yeah.
Club.
I just want to say, if you're
Absolute
watching this,
disgusting.
I'm an LAFC fan. I bought this because it was $10 at Goodwill, and I only bought it for banter because Andres hates
Absolutely
San Jose.
fucking disgusting.
For no reason. Like, for no reason. San Jose were doing good beginning of this year, and Andres whooped out all their shit anyway. It's just...
They're shit.
But anyway,
I
the
don't
kit
give a
is
shit.
clean, huh? Look at that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
it is nice, I must say. Hold on, I'm looking up how they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
He's hating.
Are they out
of the-
Let the man hate.
I'm checking
Research
to see if they
is
got knocked
insane.
out of the League's
Research
Cup.
is
I'm checking to see if they got
insane.
knocked out of the League's Cup.
That's just true. I haven't heard the term San Jose in League's Cup at all.
Were they even in
See?
it to begin with?
Every Liga MX's team and MLS team is in it.
They're in 6th right now.
Oh.
I don't want to hear it.
6th? Oh, in the Western Conference?
Yes. Still shit.
Right.
Hold on, I'm still looking up.
Yep,
That was the
no,
segue to talk about the League's Cup, by the way. I tried to set it up for you.
Get to the San Jose part, then we can segue.
Well, hold on.
All
I'm
right,
trying to
San Jose are
figure
currently
them out.
3rd in the group.
So they
did
finished
not make it out of
last.
the group stage. Yeah, behind
Take
Athenas and
the L.
Portland.
Take the fucking L. Dog shit of a club.
You're funny. You're funny. Speaking of the League's Cup, we're gonna talk about the League's Cup right now. League's Cup. I'm pretty sure this is the first season, right? The inaugural season, the inaugural tournament,
So.
Consisting of all Liga MX
I don't want
and
to comment
MLS
on this.
clubs. Okay, it's been interesting. It's been fantastic. Like I said, we're gonna try to go to the game on Monday, which will be round of 16. Hopefully, it's LAFC versus I don't know who to be playing at this point. But
It debuted in
we're gonna
July
try to-
2019. I didn't want comments to
this
correct
this
this.
iteration of the League's Cup. This is the first time. I'm
That
pretty
is
sure.
true. First time.
There we go.
This iteration.
First iteration, which has been fantastic, by the way. I haven't seen. Okay, I haven't seen anyone really complain about the format of it. The only thing I've seen complain is, and rightfully so, is Liga MX teams because every game is being played in America, and with that comes problems, and with how big America is, travel problems and things like that, which we've seen before. Otherwise, though, we're just going to talk about it as a whole. Do we like it? Do we not like it? Should it continue? Should it be improved upon? I'm just going to go first to let you guys gather your thoughts. I fucking love it. This is great. This is a much better way to determine Liga MX versus MLS than just CONCACAF Champions League. Because that's not a fair way, in my opinion, to demonstrate it. This is a much fairer way. Even though that's not the goal of it, it's just really nice to see these two leagues go head-to-head. Everyone going head-to-head, which is fantastic. Great supporters coming out for most games, great games being played, great goals, great players being seen, things like that. Enter Miami. We've been able to see Messi and Busquets play there. Jordi Alba's about to join pretty soon. I think it's been fantastic. I think it's a good break in the MLS season while also not being a break because they're just playing games and whatever. I think it's been fantastic. I think it should continue. I think you should watch it if you're not watching it because it's very fun. And you might think it doesn't really matter, but it will matter. And you're going to look back in 10 years and be like, well, Chivas only has 3 league cups. They're not that good compared to whoever, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm just throwing out names.
Chivas got knocked out. I'm so upset with Chivas. Don't even get me started. They look so shit. They look so shit.
Literally the worst team I could have said right there to
Literally,
demonstrate the prowess
you
of
get
this
to the
tournament.
Liga MX final, and then you lay an egg in the League's Cup. Like Liga MX, like months between seasons is so short compared to other leagues, and then it's almost the same team, and then they lay an egg like that. I'm sorry, I'm just venting. You know, it just pissed me off watching their stagnant performance.
For them, this isn't really justification, but they are sitting. They did have a group with top of the East Cincinnati, Okay, I guess that's it. Sporting Kansas City sit 11th right now. Never mind. No, Chivas were
Exactly. All they had to do is get second. All they had to do is get second. They would have been fine. Same thing with Galaxy, but they choked it against Vancouver. I mean, then we could have gone to a Galaxy game too, but no, they had to choke it. I mean, I can't really blame them. Their numbers are so bad.
On the other side of the border, St. Louis City had 0 points in their group. They finished third too, and they're out of it as well.
Oh, they don't care. They're flying high right now. They're like, it's fine.
They're chilling, yeah. LAFC got the pass a little by group stage because they won the MLS Cup, so they're in the round of 32. And who won? Is it America? No. Who won?
It was Tigres. Tigres won the.
No, different team.
Oh, Leon.
It was. It's not Juarez, was it? No, it's not Leon. Who am I missing right now? Well, another Mexican team had the pass as well because it wasn't America because they won the 2022. I don't know if it'd be the Calzada or the other one, but yeah, two teams have moved on to play with a bye group stage. Now, let me just give me your opinion on the tournament as a whole.
I haven't seen a single game.
Holy smokes!
From the Leagues Cup.
But
is it his fault though? Because it's all the games are only shown on Apple TV. So
is that so?
It is so. Apple TV.
But they pass, I think. I don't think it's.
It was Pachuca, by the way. It was Pachuca.
Pachuca.
Yeah, they got the because they won.
Pachuca.
Anyway, it's Pachuca. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Diego just. We're like I said, applications are in the description. Feel free.
I'll be honest. I've been slacking a little bit. But hey,
a little bit.
Hey, it's life, man, life. Okay, but like honestly,
it's the summer. No, I'm joking.
I moved in Sunday. It's been busy. Honestly, it's good. It's a good tournament. I haven't seen a single game from it.
Is it hard for me to like take anything of what he's saying into account? Because I'm
like... No. It's as someone with like extremely good ball knowledge. I was reading a tweet, and someone said that. Oh, sorry, not tweeting. I don't know what to about anymore.
It's called an X.
They're called our posts. They're called posts.
Okay,
oh, that's disgusting.
Posts. That sounds bad, but just go post. So I was reading a post, and they were saying how that the biggest factor they saw, besides for some reason teams playing away, Mexican teams playing away, have such a worse record than playing at home. Like it's a big statistical difference. But also that the Mexican teams tend to invest a lot more in their defense, and the MLS teams tend to not do that, and so the defense in the MLS is significantly worse than the defenses in the Liga MX. And I think we need to start looking at defenses MLS more because let's be honest, offensively we see some great things offensively from a lot of players, but how many good defensive players can you name? Walker Zimmerman, who's maybe won like defensive player of the year 3 years in a row now. Like it's not that hard. I think we need to start investing in some defensive players, and we used to have some good ones. Like Aaron Long dropped off, but he used to be up there. Obviously, you can say like Chiellini, but the Brozo, let's be honest, he ain't playing 2 games in a row anymore. So like, I think we need to see some investment defensively because when you see this comparison between the two leagues, it's pretty obvious the difference. But offensively, MLS teams are cooking. I'm not gonna lie. Offensively, they're big time.
You know, for someone who hasn't watched the Leagues Cup, that was a great analysis. I'm not even gonna lie. That was actually. It was
based off one tweet and like a 30-second highlight.
That was a good take. That was a great take. I mean, hopefully LAFC goes. I'm trying to keep it positive up in here. All right, that was a good take, Diego, for not doing anything except reading Twitter. But hopefully LAFC goes through, so we can go on the game on Monday. Hopefully, we're all free.
Yep.
But hopefully, that's the plan.
And then I'll see a game at that point, so it won't be.
Yeah, and then you'll see, there's been a lot of games played, but he's reached the round of 16. That's the clickbait.
Yep.
Diego's first ever game.
The only League Cup game I've ever seen was in person, and I didn't even watch it. That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's fine. Don't quote me on that. Anybody watching this, don't quote me on that. It's only MLS Game Pass by game. Is it Game Pass? That sounded like I was playing Xbox Game Pass. MLS
MLS Pass, I guess.
Pass, whatever, on not Disney Plus, Apple TV, and I think it is because I tried to watch a game. I tried to watch the Messi game and said I had to buy the MLS Pass. So, maybe make it more accessible and make it free, maybe possibly because you have 2 weeks. That would be nice, but it's Apple, so probably not ever gonna happen. But yeah, I think it's a good thing. I'll say my take real quick. I think it's a good thing for both leagues, gets exposures, builds competition up between the leagues. Hopefully a little bit of a rivalry between certain teams, maybe across the leagues. So that would be exciting to see in the future if there's any rivalries that develop. And then, yeah, I think it'll be good. I mean, it's kind of quick, though. It's kind of weird to put it right now because it's like middle of the season and then they have this going on with the league also going on. So it's a bit weird. But, I mean, it's a lot of footy. It's a lot of soccer being played right now. In a time of absolutely nothing happening in other leagues, I guess it's entertaining, but it just would be nice if it was more accessible. But shout out those ticket prices, though. Top class, cheap. Got to appreciate that.
Actually, so Diego and I were looking at tickets the other day for the Wednesday game.
Yeah.
And it was like chilling. It was like $40, and it was like $30 for a support section ticket, and someone vetoed that idea.
Hey.
And
I don't know why guys see kid on me, but
and then like 2 hours later, it was like $20-$30 extra. Still not bad, but yeah. But at some point, they're good. They're very
I'd
solid
veto
tickets.
that idea as well, Diego. Don't worry. It'd be a 2-1 decision.
No. The
I
only reason
said yes at one point.
There
That's
you go.
That's because I snapped back to reality. I was like, oh crap, hold up. Wait, what am I doing? This isn't me.
Bruh.
This isn't
I
Galaxy.
just don't want to be doing stuff during the game. You know me. You saw me
It's
at the
so
Mexican game.
fun.
All I was
fun.
doing was sitting there watching the game. Like that's all I do. I
Let me
take it
tell
in.
you.
I analyze in my head. Like I don't want to be jumping around. You saw me trying to do the wave. I just went with one hand. Just went like that. I mean, for
Let
me
me
personally, I just like taking it all in. I don't like doing
fair.
other things.
I do
That's
it for
fair.
like Tottenham. I think I'd get into it. I can see myself getting into it. But otherwise, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah,
I need
exactly.
to be
I
really
like to say-
passionate to like get into it.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It's all about passion. And I don't fault you guys for that either. But like being an LAFC fan, like supporter section for me is
Oh yeah, I get that.
is
Yeah.
easily a top 2 sporting event, like sporting thing I've ever experienced of my whole life. So it's like it depends on the passion. So I don't blame you. But if you don't have an MLS team or you just haven't experienced it, go experience it. It's definitely knocked out of the park.
But you
For
can't wear
most.
Don't
another
get
MLS
knocked
for everyone.
over. Just don't
You
get
can't
run
wear-
over.
You can't. You won't. You're fine. Don't worry. You can't wear a kid of another club or any other international team just because you want to be.
Diego
free.
would try. He'd be like this. Come on,
Nah,
bring
bro.
it on.
No,
His dad-
they would. No, they
his
would.
dad,
They would.
dude? Like, you remember your dad? You were at the game, and he just like starts pointing at me. Hey, Galaxy fan
Oh
right here.
yeah, that's
I
right.
was like, dude.
The rest of the stadium, you're fine. In the supporter section, you might get beer thrown at you or get kicked out. Like you genuinely might get kicked out.
Damn, that's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Racism.
Yeah, because it's not racism. It's supporter
Just
section for a reason. Same thing would happen at
It's
Galaxy.
racism. No, it's
Same
literally
thing
all
with Galaxy.
Mexicans just kicking out other Mexicans. Like,
This can't be
What's going on
racist.
ourselves,
It's the same
bro?
kind.
I'm Mexican.
to
You're
stand
Mexican.
up.
You're out. We have to stand up. But I think she's Cesar Chavez. Anyways.
They're already standing, but it's all right. You know what? They're already standing. You got to
That's
sit
right.
down, so you're in the way of
You
You know
everybody.
what? You know what? If you're still watching this and you want a POV of being in the pro section, you want like a badge day vlog, I will go with my dad or someone else. You guys don't have to go. I will go and record it,
All right, sounds
and
good.
then,
And
I will
then
carry.
we'll-
I will carry per usual, and I'll just kidding.
Per
I'm just
usual.
messing.
No, it'd be hilarious. Then
Sure.
it's just like meanwhile in the vlog and just cuts to Diego and I and what we're doing. Just
Diego's
cuts
crying over
to us
Galaxy,
watching the
I'm
game
just
on the couch.
training.
Yeah, I'm just at training, just chilling.
We're so silly. But like I said,
So
you
silly.
go to a game. Go to a game. We're gonna try to go.
Again.
We're not gonna be in the sports section. I'm gonna be very sad about it. But we're gonna try to go to a game. I'll give you guys footage from afar of what the section looks like, and then the one after that will be inside.
I'm just we're really close and we got a great deal on tickets and it's
You
just,
won't.
we're right next to this.
All the cheap tickets on the other side of the pitch.
Yeah, I know. It's not that far.
Yeah.
It's only like 180 yards.
Yeah, but it's the farthest. That's what matters to me.
Okay.
let's move on here. We've got Leagues Cup. We've got Women's World Cup. Let's, I guess we'll just go to the Diego brought this up earlier. Andres was really talking about it because he's not a part of it. But Premier League Summer Series just finished. Chelsea won. Expected nothing less, personally.
I mean,
But
you guys won by 2
per
points,
usual,
but yeah.
I'm going to.
You played mid-table
I'm gonna
clubs,
flip it on you for. Okay, I'm trying to introduce the topic here, Andres, and this guy, don't look at me, no transfers, is trying to talk shit over here, and he's just okay.
Well,
anyways,
I didn't say I was fine with the
I'm gonna-
transfers.
I'm gonna flip it on you, so Andres, you can be a part of it. Okay, make you feel a
Yay.
little better, but yeah, there you go.
Yay!
Premier League Summer Series, most games did really good, having venues in the US of A. Some
They were
games were a
mostly in
little
the East,
disappointing.
right?
Mostly on the East
Unfortunately.
Coast. Exactly, which we would have went to. There were some, mostly on the East. Easier for English clubs to move about because it is closer, shorter by like 4 or 5 hours in terms of flight,
Yeah.
which I'm sure is why they did it. I would like to see them bring it out to the West Coast because it'd be really great. We'd be there for sure. But most games had a really good turnout. Some games didn't. Some games had like a double header sort of thing. So one team played, and then
Oh,
a few
you only
hours
got to
later,
pay for one
another team
ticket.
played. But a whole lot of things. It has been brought about before with other leagues and in general, and just questions here and there. And we're not by introducing this. I just want to say we're not endorsing any side yet until all of us say our opinions. Should the Premier League start having regular season games in the US of A or any other league for that matter?
No.
But because of the summer
No.
series, let's talk about the
No.
Premier League.
No,
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 Well, there
no.
goes
Oh shit! There goes the rubber band. No,
the endorsement.
no.
All right.
That's
no.
the whole point. You go to England to watch a game, bro. Go to Europe
Yeah.
to watch the game. That's the feeling is unparalleled. Like don't try to get it here in the freaking Snapdragon Stadium. Like no, hell no, bro. Go
You
to.
gotta
I
get
don't
the Snapdragon.
No,
I
no, I'm
kinda
just saying
wanna
like.
follow
It's just saying like don't get me wrong, it's fine, but like it's nothing compared to like Old Trafford or Stamford Bridge or these
I appreciate
classic
it.
stadiums.
I appreciate it.
Stamford
you.
Bridge is very old, by the way. Like they
No,
got
I appreciate it.
They got to
Well,
modernize that.
they're
look.
gonna demolish
Yeah.
it and rebuild a new one
It's a
with the next
tiny
5
ass
years, but
stadium,
that's,
too.
But that's beside the point.
Or
Beside
the best stadium in England, the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Okay,
Maybe still getting
I
a
don't know
big
about that.
sponsor.
I put Anfield over that any day. I put Emirates over it.
It's the best stadium like
I put Carrow
architecturally.
Road.
Go
Tottenham
talk to, like,
only has beer that fills from the bottom. I'm just saying.
do you want it to fill from the top? Everybody does it from the top. The bottom is better, bro.
Tottenham only does it differently. Only
That's
does it
right.
differently.
That's right.
Tottenham.
That's why no trophy.
Can't
And
sell
that
out
place is
again.
beautiful. But we're gonna have topic. The point is that these stadiums are like here. And then any US stadium is not going to get that same feeling. Even if it's the best US stadiums that we have, it's still not going to get that feeling that you get when you're in England and you're in these places. And I know, don't get me wrong, as someone who wants to see a Tottenham game in person, of course, them coming over here would be great. But it's just not going to be the same feeling. It just won't. So, like, personally, I'm going to hold off on it. But I could see an argument where someone's like, oh, what if it's just like a Carabao Cup game or something like really low-key and not a big deal. And
like
that's
that.
maybe not a bad idea.
I like
That's what
that.
friendlies
You
are
get
for.
the best of both worlds. But we'll
Let's
see.
do it.
I don't know.
It's cool to switch it up. I like that deal. I very much like that.
No, I'm still on the no. It's stupid. It's like, why? There's no point. It's like the NFL going to England. It's just to grow the NFL because the NFL is just like
And Mexico.
only American, because like no one really watches American football outside of America, really. So they're trying to grow their global audience, but like the Premier League doesn't need to do that. They already did through Peacock TV, and they're pretty well known and everyone follows. So they don't need to go over here. It's stupid. Makes no sense. It disrupts everything, really, if you think about it. The whole training schedule. Teams having to go out, stupid. Carabao Cup, same thing. You got smaller teams maybe playing, then they would have to come out here, stupid. I'm just saying, keep it to the summer friendlies. Most people go to these summer friendlies to see their team because the most odds of them going to Europe to see their teams play are very slim. So they take the opportunity, get that money, make it once a year, and yeah, just get the money. And then besides, the competition is pretty good because we saw in the summer series a lot of the starting 11 for the Premier League sides actually started. Unlike Manchester United against Wrexham, sent their D team or C team. We really want to get into it, and then took out my boy Paul Mullen, and punctured his
Rest in
lung.
peace.
But I digress. Okay, he's not dead. he
Real
didn't
quick,
die.
if you want to see the injury, we did post that on the matchday vlog.
Yeah, if you
want
want to see
That's
the
right.
injury,
Go
it's
ahead,
actually
check it out.
on our match day vlog.
If you
It
want
was
to know if he's alive, go check it out.
It's a Kaiser Permanente right after the game.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my spiel. It's just stupid. No offense, Diego. Elijah.
All right.
Sorry.
No, no offense taken. For my spiel, I'm gonna start off by saying no, it shouldn't happen. However,
But
I am going to say why they might. I'm not
Okay.
not
Money?
saying not saying hey, my spiel. I'm
Hey.
not saying
It's not
a
before-
surprise,
No,
but-
hey.
hey, let him speak.
Let me speak. Let me speak. Anyways,
You dick.
I'm not saying I'm in support of this. I'm just saying why I think they might. First of all, money. I'm just kidding. I mean,
No
yes.
way,
Yeah.
really? That's crazy.
Wait, tell me more.
Yes, it is money. Yes, they would make a lot of money from it, 100%. I think Diego's saying that the Premier League games shouldn't be, which I agree. Premier League games shouldn't be played over here. Agreed, but Carabao Cup, FA Cup, maybe, potentially yes. Community Shield could be really cool. To have
No,
over
because
here.
that's played at Wembley, and everyone wants to play at Wembley.
True, it is played at
Community Shield.
Wembley. It is a good point. Okay, never mind. But the
Ball
other
knowledge.
the other two cups, very solid.
It's for playing at Wembley.
That yeah.
I want to play at
That would be
Wembley.
cool. That would be cool to have. But in terms of the growth of the league, again, like I said, I'm still voting no on this. But the Premier League has grown. Yes, we all know about the Premier League. That's not enough for many people. As examples. First example being me. I'm a Chelsea fan through thick and thin because I watched them play here. And they won. I had a really good time. It was my first professional soccer game I've ever been
If
to.
Liverpool won, you'd be a Liverpool fan. Let's not try to kid
Exactly.
ourselves.
No. That's beside the point. Yes, maybe.
Imagine being a Liverpool fan.
Yes,
What?
but I'm saying that. Yeah, you can. You know the Premier League. You've watched the game here too because you were up early in the morning for work. You threw it on, whatever. But I think a lot of the Premier League clubs could potentially see it as getting more fans, like I did. A lot of these people could go to the games for the first time. Could see that it's in America for the first time, and that could grow their support for the sport, for the specific club, for the league as a whole, like I did. So, first-hand experience, it's very possible, and that's why that new fan means more money. So I think that's why Premier League teams could look at it. You could disagree with me, but many fans around the United States are fans of these teams because they've seen them play. And I am fortunate to have seen Chelsea play. Not every fan, though. You could be. There are. My dad's a City fan. He's never seen City play in person. It's a whole thing. But you have that TV population. I think
City
Premier League
fan
teams.
is
Okay, he's a fan not because of City, because of the Gallagher brothers. You
Yeah,
know this.
yeah, that's what, like,
You
come on.
know this. He's not a fan because he's not a bandwagoner. He's a fan
Edson.
because he's a. Let me speak. He's a fan because of the Gallagher brothers. He's a big Oasis fan. That's beside the point. I'm saying that there is a TV fan population, right? Which you watch Premier League, you wake up in the mornings for, blah blah blah. But I think if the Premier League were to come over here, they would try to tap into that match goer population because there's a difference. That's what they're trying to do. I'm not saying they should because of it. I'm saying that's what they're gonna. That's what I see them trying to do. Is to see that. Is to tap into that. We've seen it done with many other leagues. Almost every other major American league. The NBA's played regular season games abroad. NFL has done it. Baseball, they're starting to do their opening days abroad because they want to tap into those other fan populations who are able to go to the game. I don't necessarily care about it. I don't think it's it's great for those other countries. I'm sure. I don't know how much it improves the stature of that club or league, but you know what? They've done it. I'm sure it works for them. I could see the Premier League doing the same thing. Go ahead, dude.
Why can't it just be friendlies? Why are you saying it has to be competitive games?
No, it totally can. I mean, no, it totally can because like the game I went to was a friendly. That's what I'm saying. It totally can.
Right. That's fine.
There's
with
just
friendlies.
yeah, no, it's totally fine with friendlies. It's just I think if I'm the Premier League,
Ooh.
many Okay, let's look at it our way, right? We went to the Wrexham United game. United played their U21s. Wrexham played their starting team, but Diego told me himself if he knew that they were going to play the U21 team, he probably wouldn't have went, which is true, which is totally true. I think we can almost all agree with that. I don't know if I'd pay 125 to go see the U21 team. I'm glad he went. I have no regrets.
Right.
I just
Is that how much you
I think
paid?
that's too.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it was how much you paid.
I
Anyways,
thought it was like 60.
no, no.
Oops.
So when we went, yes, same thing. If you were to tell me that Chelsea was going to play Arsenal in LA at the Rose Bowl or whatever, I don't know, in a regular season game, in a game that means something, oh fuck yeah, I'm going. I'll pay $200 to go see that. Like, that's what I mean. Is that you can go see your friendly if you just want to go see your friendly, go ahead. You're probably already a fan if you're just going to go see your friendly. If you have the opportunity to go to a competitive game without having to spend the couple extra thousand to go over to England, that's where you build that just a little bit over here. And I think that's how I look at it as a Premier League team. And I'm sure there are fans who agree with me, but I'm sure there's also the other way around. I mean, there's two sides to every coin.
See, I can kind of agree with that, but if it is one of those, say, Tottenham versus Arsenal or City versus United, those tickets are going to be more. The people going are going to be richer people, may not even be the most hardcore fans. Those most hardcore fans may not even be able to get in.
Sure.
The ones that wake up at 4 a.m. to watch the Premier League on the weekends, like they might not even get in because of the ticket prices. So at that point, it's almost like just kind of completely not even affecting the reason we're bringing it over. And I know you addressed like going to new fans, and that's true. But generally speaking, I feel like it could lead to just a very much alienating the true fans, and kind of tickets are gonna be more expensive. It's not no doubt about it. You're getting big teams in it, and if it's an actual competitive game, but like it's gonna alienate the real fans, in my opinion. The biggest fans are the ones that are not with a bunch of money. They're the ones that are regular jobs, regular people, and they're waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning to watch their favorite team play. I've done it.
Yeah.
As a Tottenham fan, I've regretted it multiple times, but I've done it.
Yeah.
And like hell, right here, preseason ticket for the
hell?
Can you see it?
Oh, I know where mine is too. Yeah, I know where mine is too.
Barcelona Tottenham. It's backwards, but Barcelona Tottenham kept that by boy.
Yeah.
Point is though, I was a big fan, but
fair.
yes, it was a friendly, and probably would have preferred a regular the starting 11. But I mean, I still went to go see it, so I don't know.
I think I fully agree with your statement, and I think actually it agrees fully with my statement. That's exactly why the Premier League's going to come over here. That's because they know they're going to make bank.
Oh yeah,
that's
well, of course,
exactly why they would do it. Yeah,
Atmosphere will be dead though.
It depends where you go. I mean, there's plenty of dead atmospheres in Europe too. Like it's just it depends where you go. It depends where you have it. It depends who comes. It's just like whatever. It just coincides in my opinion. That's exactly why they would do it. It's because they know they're going to charge more, and they know they don't care who actually comes.
Yeah.
They just care who's buying that the tickets are sold. Very true. I spent that whole time arguing a point where I don't necessarily follow, but someone had to, for the sake of content.
For the sake of content, being the devil's advocate.
Amen. Which is what I do. I love being devil's advocate. We're already about almost 40 to 45 minutes here, so I think we're just gonna cap it because we're also running out of topics. It is preseason, but we're getting closer and closer to the Premier League starting. We're gonna try, I'm sure, to have a predictions video. we'll need to record something regarding transfers, which I'm sure you will. I'm very happy to. Tottenham, Diego will be mad about. I'm just gonna be so sad to do. Diego, I met at work the other day. I'm a Tottenham fan. Again, I've met so many Tottenham fans.
From Tottenham.
So he was with his wife and kid, and they were messing around. So I talked to him. I heard the accent, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, you're from England, whatever." Blah blah. He's from North London. I'm like, "Okay, what team you support?" And he's like, "I'd like to do the accent because it's gonna be embarrassing." But the whole time, he's like, he started laughing. I'm like, "What team?" He's like, like what team? And he's like, "There's only one team in London." And then at this point, I'm getting annoyed. I'm like, just tell me the fucking team, buddy.
He
What
just
team
said
is it?
Arsenal.
And then, well, yeah, and then he said Tottenham or something like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, thank God, as long as he didn't say Arsenal. But it's just good interaction. Just good interaction.
Fucking Arsenal,
Just
dickheads.
take it long. Take
What a
Have
shit
I, have
club.
I have I mentioned the guy
yeah,
middle name being Tottenham?
yeah,
Yeah.
That's
You have.
crazy.
Okay.
yeah. I have not fought, but I've put it out there. I'm like, hey, babe, what if we I mean, Chelsea's a great girl's name. You know, a lot of girls are
God.
Chelsea.
Oh God.
Well, I
I
mean,
would-
middle name Mudrik. I don't know. It'd be kind of cool.
I would
I don't know.
kidnap the
Mudryk
child.
of
I
all
would,
the
I would never
players.
actually. I would never actually do that.
Chelsea, like a
But-
middle name,
but-
you could probably get away with.
Eden has gone a little further distance than anything else.
Oh brother.
Pedro?
Pedro, bro, Willian. I'm sorry,
That's
Willian.
Billaqueta?
Aspie, Dave Guerrero. Bro? Come on now.
Kepa?
Dave Guerrero.
They call him
Just say,
Keepy.
no, middle name
Keepy, let's go.
Drogba. Middle name Drogba. We'll go kind of hard.
That was Thiago goes hard though. I'm not even gonna lie. Thiago goes hard.
Thiago goes hard if I was Brazilian. It doesn't go hard
Yeah.
anywhere else. But
Wait, come on.
If it's
Thiago,
like,
I would-
hey, okay.
he has to have the look. He has to have the look, or it's not
It's
going
true.
to end up well.
There is a chance that Chelsea are looking at both Tyler Adams and Edson Alvarez. If Edson Alvarez comes to Chelsea, I'm fine.
It's a- there we
I'm
go.
fine for it.
All right.
There we go.
Well,
I'm
we're
fine
picking
for
out
it.
baby names now. I think it's a good time. Let's end this video. Oh, Elijah's talking to somebody. Gosh, Elijah.
Have it. Go ahead.
But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, before we forget, we are gonna do some women's World Cup coverage because the round of 16. Round of 16 starts this weekend, so we'll do some game reactions, our predictions, stuff like that in the coming days, mainly around the weekend, probably next week as well. So look forward to that. Stay tuned. Turn on the bell notifications. Subscribe. Like this video if you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below what you guys think of what we talked about today. If you agree, disagree, neutral, any future topic ideas you guys have, leave them in the comments down below. And thank you guys for watching, and peace.